Okay, we're going to be watching Arovyte playing Ashe. This is Gold 5 on Rialto. This ended up turning into a good game for me, but I'm mainly interested in what went wrong first round. We got rolled over and the enemy finished with a 4-minute time bank. I don't really know what I did wrong. I feel like I played the same way as I did the rest of the game, other than maybe hitting fewer shots. So can someone tell me what I did wrong first round? Okay, so we're just going to focus on the first round, not going to worry about the second. Start.
Attackers incoming.
Pretty normal, just taking some shots here. Going for backline, which is good. Obviously missing shots, but it happens. I think this dynamite is okay. I think you wanted it to fall a little bit more, right? You see how it only hits the Rhine right now? I think you wanted to fall and really go for backline, but it's close. I think you turn here because I think you're maybe looking for the Tracer. And you don't realize she's under you. I think go for the Mercy right now is good. Yeah, that's big. Right, Tracer's on your back line. I would have continued to try to shoot the Tracer right now, right? The Rhine shield's up. There's no reason to be shooting the Rhine right now. Right, I know the shield's low, but like, you should deal with the Tracer. What if the Tracer kills one of your teammates, right? If the Tracer kills one of your teammates, the fight's over. So I think as long as the Tracer's visible, you should try to go for the Tracer. Even Coach Gun at this distance could definitely make a big difference to help you one. Alright, so you die here. This death is basically completely preventable. So once the Rhine starts walking forward to this point, I think you need to recognize that you need to back up. You don't recognize that the Junkrat has jumped here. Like your whole team is frankly out of position. Like you shouldn't really be playing up here. You should have just given up and played statue. You see your Moira is already playing back, which is correct. The Rhine is charged in. Your face tanking the Junkrat who just kills you with the one-shot combo, right? I think, again, looking at the fight as how it develops, I think you should help with the Tracer initially. Then you should have been tracking like what's going on over here, right? Because I think you could have forced out the Tracer very quickly. The Rhine is charged in. Okay, this Junkrat is an easy kill if you hear / pay attention to that. I know the Mercy is like super vulnerable, but you didn't die to this. So just prioritizing your survival, like what are the easy kills and where to go. Alright. So for starters, you're here ahead of your tank, like way ahead of your tank. And there's not a lot that you can do here, so you're kind of playing, you're like gambling with your own life. If you die here, this point is lost. So it's very important not to die here. You have a bunch of opportunities to hit shots. You miss basically all of them, right? 1, 2, and then you hit a couple there, right? So you hit 50%, definitely could have killed him there. They're starting to push forward. You recognize they're pushing forward. Your Ana's doing crazy things. You start taking damage. You really should not be playing here. Yeah. Coach Gun backwards. You don't want to be in this range. Again, Junkrat does 120 damage with his grenade, 120 damage with mine. He can easily one-shot you. And that's exactly what happens. You're just not respecting the Junkrat. Like, you don't realize at that range, basically any DPS can kill you at that range, but you don't seem to recognize, hey, with 80 health, like, you step back in there, right? You drifted back, and then you start going back in. There's no supports here to help you. This is a big mistake, right? The Junkrat, this is not a high skill thing. This is very easy for the Junkrat to kill you in this situation. So again, you're dead. So on both of the 2 fights, right? This first point is typically 2 fights, right? Or 2 fights if you lose them both. On both of the points, you get picked very early in highly preventable situations. So that's why, right? You have no impact on the first point. Miss Dynamite. Don't forget Coach Gun can also be used. By the way, 1 tap to the head, if you don't know the Tracer, will kill her. It was 150, exactly. Alright, so your team's kind of getting walked over right now. Try to go backwards. Again, you can't save your Sigma here. Try to go for shots. I'd be worried about staggering here. You really do not want to die. Dying would be super bad here, right? Again, you're not at full health, which allows you to die, right? She sends damage orb at you. I think you're gonna get picked here. They're certainly trying really hard to kill you. Not hard enough though. Right, you're still alive. Tracer's on you. Watch the Tracer. Tracer goes for you. You see the Tracer coming and you don't react to her, right? She's like clearly visible at the top of your screen. Unless you're like FOV is weird. Right here, you register Tracer. She even breaks, like melees the railing. You definitely should see / hear that. You see her coming. You're like, oh, I guess she's not a problem. And then she blinks next to you. And you could have been one-clipped right here. Okay, you almost were. She easily could have one-clipped you here. I think the Tracer just messes this up because you're not responding to this in any way. Like you're not trying to dodge or anything. Right, Tracer kills Pharah. Melee. Double blink. You decide not to care about her. You see how much she misses here? You should be dead. You should be dead. Very lucky to not die here. Right, Tracer rewinds. Always what it is. Again, you're stepping way too far forward, right? Ashe is a good medium to long range hero. You do not want to be playing up here where the Junkrat mine can kill you, okay? The Junkrat one-shot combo is absolutely huge. You consistently don't seem to respect it, right? I think you should be playing like this far away, right? You could be playing like this angle as well is fine, all right? You could be playing back here if you want to just worry about the corner. You have a lot of options. Don't step forward to where your diva is, otherwise Junk will kill you. Junk or Tracer will kill you. This is a big opportunity for you to kill the Junkrat. You miss both shots, which are frankly quite easy, right? The Junkrat just popped vertically up in the air. You also missed the dynamite. The dynamite would have been huge, right? You missed both of those shots. They're easy. You get shattered. I kind of understand, but again, I think you're playing too far forwards. You get stuck, and then you're killed. Again, if you were not playing this far forwards, if you're playing like here, like I said, would you have gotten hit by the shatter? You can look. Right? You would not. That was like the very edge of the shatter. If you were playing even like 1 meter back, you would have been hit by the shatter. If you're playing here, you for sure would not have been hit by the shatter, which also means you would have been hit by the pulse bomb. So once again, you're dead. You haven't had any impact, and that's 3 in a row now, right? So 3 in a row where you're not getting any kills, you're not putting any pressure on the opposing team, you're just kind of feeding your life away. I think that dynamite was once again short. Right? All you hit is the junk here. You see how you missed the Rhine and the Moira and the Mercy? If you waited another quarter second, you would have hit the Rhine. Another quarter second after that, you would hit the Moira. So I think, again, you need to work on your dynamite explosion timing. Alright. Eat some mines. Miss more shots. Alright, your supports are not healing you, which is unfortunate. Tracer's definitely coming for you. Pop dynamite to try to save yourself. I understand that. Again, I'd really go for headshots on Tracer. You only need 1 shot to the head to kill her. Ooh, I don't know why you're reloading. Right? Junkrat's low, which is good. You have 9 shots. Why are you reloading right now? Like one body shot right now with the scope kills him, or 2 unscope shots. Your Mori's going in. I don't know what's happening here in this fight, but sure. Really should be landing more headshots on the tank. Okay, so Ryan's charging in, and you just don't really respond to this, right? Like he's either gonna hit you with the charge, or he's gonna stop the charge and then start attacking you. And you're so low that you cannot afford to have either one of these things happen. You should have coach gunned this way and bounce yourself backwards. But instead, you just ignore the Rhine, you get bumped. You're like, oh okay, you're super low. 1 fire strike would kill you. Luckily, he doesn't throw it. That damage orb would also kill you. Tracer's trying to get you. Anna finally comes to you. That's fine. You kill a junk. Okay, good kill. It doesn't actually matter now because the fight's over, by the way. These kills don't matter. Alright, throw dynamite. Good, right? That's a good stagger, right? That buys your team probably another 15 seconds. Tracer's coming for you again. You do coach gun. I'd probably a little early, but you're low, so I understand. Alright, tire's coming. It's your job to shoot this. You should not have coach gunned it. You should just shot it. Right? Remember, body shot, or rather a scope shot that's 75, unscope that's 40. Right? So a scope shot plus any damage from anybody else would kill it, or you could triple unscope shot it right now. Right? But the coach gun that far away doesn't do any damage. So you definitely could have killed this tire. So you let your Anna die. You kill junk. Okay, good trade. Right? It's probably gonna basically kind of stall this out. Mercy goes for the res. You know it's coming. I think that's a good opportunity to bob. Right? When the Mercy starts going for that res, like you haven't used bob once this game yet. Right there, you can tell it's coming. You can just send the bob, right, before she even starts the res. She's like so obviously, that's like very telegraphed that she's going for it. She wants to go for the res. You kill the tire, right? Or you don't kill the tire. You step up, right? Now, you can just send Bob, right? And just send it like come to the left, send it, so it's gonna stop right here, and it'll both bump the Mercy away from the res, and it'll kill whoever's here. Right, you're down 1, your Diva's low. Like I would definitely throw ulti here to win this fight. You decide not to throw ulti, so Junk's back. Now they're up 1. Tracer's on you. Good shot, right? Really, really good shot. You're lucky the Tracer kill you at 8 health, and I'm sure the Tracer had ammo. You play back here. Just play safe. Yep. Get the kill. Really gotta think about Bob soon. Again, another weird reload. Right? You land 2 good body shots on the Junk. You only need 1 more or an unscope. You have 8 ammo right now. Sorry, you need 2 unscopes to hit him because you didn't headshot him. But you have 8 ammo right now. You reload instead of killing him. Right? Then you coach gun. Lucky. Right? You send Bob. The problem is they're going to LOS this Bob. Right? It's good to like kind of stop the Rhine, but otherwise speaking, the Rhine, they're just going to go to the other side of the cart. It's not getting you nearly as much value than if you sent it behind the cart. Okay? That would have been far more effective because that would have forced their team forwards, and then you could have just wiped them. Bob's up. You see, like you're not actually getting the value out of Bob, right? If you send the Bob, for example, here or here, that would get you so much more value right now. Go for the Mercy. Yep, definitely your job. Very good coach gun to avoid pulse. I definitely wouldn't ignore like. So, right here, the Tracer's in your face. Just shoot the Tracer. You know, like you're like aiming far away. Just shoot the Tracer. A. B. You see this fire strike coming, and you just don't dodge it. Right, and you kind of go backwards. So you had plenty of time to dodge this. I want to make that abundantly clear. You have plenty of time to dodge this. Tracer's here. We're going to see Fire Strike coming right now. All you do is just go to your right. Instead, you walk back, you forwards, backwards, then you go diagonally back towards your right. All you do is go to the right, and you were fine. So I think it's just you're just like kind of losing track of what's going on in front of you, and then you end up losing the round. Okay, so why did you get steamrolled first round? I would say number 1, you had basically no impact on your first 3 lives. Then you played a little better. You got a couple picks that probably bought you 15, 30 seconds there. You're unable to use Bob to win a fight, right? If you're not using ultis to win fights, then you're not getting good value out of your ultimates. You definitely could have used Bob there to wipe their opposing team and then force them to regroup completely. So, I mean, that's kind of the short answer, right? And obviously ability usage when it comes down to dynamite, like consistently not getting like really good dynamites and not getting picks when you need to, reloading when you don't have to. There's like a bunch of like small errors that compound into overall not a very high impact first round from you. So that's kind of what happens, right? It's like you just didn't do enough. Not compared to their DPS. The Junkrat was consistently killing you, right? The Tracer was getting picks as well. So their team, their DPS outplayed you in the first round. Hopefully that's helpful.